I lost 4 million naira when I started investing. Here's how you can avoid the same mistakes. Better sit up and learn from me because there are a lot of mistakes people make when they're just starting out with investing. And trust me, some of these mistakes can make your wallet cry louder than Lagos drivers stuck in Third Mainland Bridge traffic. So I'll be taking you through 11 of the most avoidable mistakes that set me and a lot of other investors back financially. So grab a pen, grab some jollof, and let's make sure you don't learn these lessons the hard way. Let's go. Now let's start with the most common mistake, investing without a clear goal. That's like getting on a bus without knowing where it's headed. Sure, you're moving, but where? Or imagine walking into a market and buying random things because, well, everybody else is buying. You end up with items you don't need and zero change left. Investing works the same way. You need to ask yourself, why am I investing? Are you saving for retirement or planning to buy a house or just trying to afford a proper dirty December party? They are all valid, but your goals determine your strategy. Without them, you're just throwing your naira into the void and waiting for magic to happen. Mistake number 2, not giving your investment time to grow. Now this one is tough because patience really isn't our strongest suit as human beings. It definitely wasn't mine and I paid the price for it. Everyone wants to turn 10,000 naira into 10 million naira overnight. Sorry to break it to you, but unless you're friends with Babi Ijebu, that's not happening anytime soon. Investing is like making good egusi soup. It takes time, one day. You can't rush the process, or you end up with a disaster. Let your investments simmer. Compounding works like magic, but only if you give it time to do its thing. Mistake number 3, letting your emotions rule. Here's a fun fact. Emotions and investing, recipe for disaster. Panic selling during a market dip is like jumping out of a bus because it hit a pothole. The pothole is temporary, but your injuries, those might last a long time. Don't let a bad day convince you to sell everything. And don't make a good day make you think you're Warren Buffett. Keep emotions out of it. Fear, greed, FOMO. They are the biggest reasons people like me lost money. If you feel yourself getting emotional, just take a deep breath. Or better yet, go and eat suya and sleep on it. It's cheaper than making bad decisions. What am I even saying? Better yet, don't even put yourself in the position to get emotional. Practice safe investing like dollar cost averaging, as well as automated investing in good quality investments like mutual funds and ETFs. That way, you don't have to worry about whether the market is up today or down tomorrow. Mistake number 4, the classic case of chasing trends. Everyone is talking about the newest NFT or the latest airdrop or crypto bro 189 shilling the latest meme coin or how GameStop is about to hit 400% in 1 week. Naturally, you feel like you're missing out. So, you invest all your money only for that coin to crash faster than NEPA lights when it starts raining. Now, here's the truth. By the time you hear about a hot trend, it's probably too late. Don't follow the crowd blindly unless that crowd is heading to a jollof party. Then maybe follow them. Mistake number 5, trying to time the market. Trying to time the market is like trying to predict when NEPA will bring lights. It's impossible. You think you're buying at the bottom, and then the market says, guy, hold my beer, and dips even further. Such was my case in 2021 after the crypto crash. I kept buying the dip till one day the dip started buying me. So instead of guessing when to buy or sell, I learned to focus on consistent investing. It's like that saying, slow and steady wins the race. Unless you're in Lagos traffic, then you need speed and prayers. Mistake number 6, not doing research. Skipping research is the biggest rookie mistake I know of, because even a lot of seasoned investors don't do their due diligence. Neglecting research is the main reason why there are so many victims of Ponzi schemes and pump and dump schemes all over the internet. Think about it. Would you marry someone you just met on a Danfo bus? Or will you buy a car without testing it first? No? Then why invest in something you don't understand? Why am I even talking like I was any better? Well, I learned the hard way. Learn about what you're investing in. Read up, ask questions, and make sure you know what you're getting into. Whether it's stocks, mutual funds, crypto, take your time to understand it. Otherwise, you're just going to be donating your hard-earned money to the market, and the market doesn't do refunds. The next mistake is investing money you will need soon. Money you will need in a year or two has no business being put in a volatile investment. Imagine putting your rent money into the stock market and then it crashes. You will end up explaining to your landlord why your portfolio is now under your mattress. Before you know it, you start talking like Sabinus. Sir, I'm expecting something huge. That's not an acceptable excuse. Oh. Keep short-term money in safe places like savings accounts or money market funds. Leave the long-term investments for money you can let sit and grow. If not, there is at least an 80% chance you'll fall into the next mistake on our list. Buying high and selling low. Oh, this one is painful because it's so common. People buy when the market is booming and prices are high because everyone is excited. And then they sell when there's a market correction and the prices drop because they are scared they will lose their money. Especially when there is a purpose for that money, like the rent we talked about. Remember, the goal is to buy low and sell high, not the other way around. If your investment strategy is driven by fear or hype, you're basically setting your money on fire. Instead, think long-term and stick to your plan. And if you're unsure, just stay in the market. Panic hardly ever leads to good decisions. Mistake number 9, taking the wrong kinds of risk. Risk is part of investing, sure, but there's a fine line between calculated risk and outright gambling. I put my life savings in crypto, which is a high-risk asset. And when things went south, I was forced to move back into my parents' house. Basically, I started life afresh. Though myself, I'm lucky because I still had a bit of money left since the coins didn't go to zero. However, a friend of mine lost everything because he was trading with leverage. So know the difference between investing and gambling. A safe investment is one where your capital is safe regardless of your returns. Also know your risk tolerance and diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, unless that basket is filled with plantains. Then we can talk. Mistake number 10, not reviewing your investments regularly. Investments aren't a set it and forget it kind of thing. You've got to check in on it. Kind of like you're checking in with that friend that owes you money. Reviewing your portfolio helps you adjust for changes, whether it's the market or your goals, or new opportunities. The only thing constant is change. But don't overdo it. Checking daily is just going to stress you. Aim for checking quarterly or maybe once in 2 months. Any investment you have to check on a daily basis is not an investment, that's a job. But the next and most common mistake is forgetting about inflation. Inflation, the silent thief of your purchasing power. If your investments aren't beating inflation, you're actually losing money. For example, if inflation is 20% and your savings account is offering you 4%, congratulations, you've just paid 16% lazy fee to your ancestors. Look for investments that outpace inflation, or at least close to inflation. Your future self will thank you for it. The final crucial mistake people make is choosing the wrong investments. This might be at best choosing an investment with low returns that doesn't match your goals, or at worst choosing one that ends up being a Ponzi scheme. So how do you go about it? How can you filter the best investments from the sea of Ponzi schemes and online scams? Well, my friend, I dare say fate has brought you to the right place. I'm Bozo Martin, your self-appointed financial crash test dummy. I take all the wild investing risks so you don't have to. Think of me as the stunt double of the finance world, the guy who jumps into the fire first just to check if it's warm or if it will burn you to a crisp. If you're skeptical about all these investment platforms but still curious, then hit that subscribe button and drop a comment for me. I'll sniff out the good, the bad, and the downright suspicious. I've also got something exciting for you. I'm running a weekly series called the Scapegoat Portfolio Challenge. I invest 100,000 Naira every week into different financial instruments, crypto, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. I test them all out according to your comments, and I am also seeing if you can grow that portfolio from 100,000 Naira to 100 million in 10 years. Want to see how that turns out? Hit the subscribe button as I said and follow along. I promise you it's going to be a wild ride. Thanks for hanging out today, and remember, invest smart, not scared. Catch you in the next video. Peace!